Spawning in the top right position of Nimbus as the blue Terran player, ladies and gentlemen, representing Team Liquid.net, it's Bunny. His opponent spawning in the bottom right, also representing Team Liquid, switching up his style and winning game number 3. Can he force it to a decider? It's Liquid Snute. Whew! Well, that was tense. I don't know what they're going to be doing on this particular map, but I'm looking forward to it. Let's see. I want to see if we have some gas coming out of here from Bunny. We have a reasonable, I guess, amount of cliff space just over here in the natural, but going into the main, it's actually really frustrating to have to deal with Reapers on this map compared to others, because notice this massive chasm here. It's a little bit more difficult to get a Reaper into a base. You're really kind of going via the natural ramp. It looks like he might be going for it though, because, you know, the gas is completing. There's just less cliff area to work with on Nimbus. Now, the first scout is actually going to be in the north direction, so Snute will be able to scout Bunny first. Will he pull back the Overlord in time, I wonder? We'll find out in just a sec. He's going to be able to see the gas as well. So, where is the Reaper? There's 50 gas. Okay, we've got the Reaper here. Snute sees it now. He sees the gas as well, and he immediately turns away. Bunny has not seen the Overlord, guys. He hasn't seen the Overlord. He's going to be scouting Snute last. So any potential really, really quick timing isn't going to happen. Isn't going to go, wait, my opponent's there. Right, let's rush him now. That's not happening anymore, if it ever was on the cards. And Snute's going to buy himself a little bit of time. He's going to be pretty pleased with that. He can play whatever game he wants from this point onwards. He knows that the gas will be taken, and it's likely that a Reaper is going to be incoming. He can basically only come in, guys, in this area here. This is the only place that Reaper can come in. So keep that in mind. Alright. So let's see now what this Reaper can do. A couple of drones are being mildly annoyed here, and a couple of Zerglings are being also mildly tickled. There are 4 of them out there now, and 2 queens are about to pop out. Let's take a look at the resources lost. Well, that's an exciting number to look at. Nice and round, as they say. Nothing just yet. A lot of to and fro. That's because we have eine Queen out on the board now. And with the Queen in play, it's going to be very difficult for this Reaper to do much. But 2 heads are better than 1. So we're going to have more Queens popping out, potentially with Zergling support in the near future. Here we go. Tag teaming it. That's not fair, guys. 2 Queens are going to beat 1, and you need to make sure that you can't get any damage done. So really well played. We've got a very, very quick 3rd CC coming down from Bunny off the back of this. He's going to Reaper Harass. He's going to Reaper Harass into 3 CCs. We have the Hellions coming out for our Terran player as well. I was wondering where that factory was going. I was like, it's the scouting factory for the double Marine, single barracks, all-in follow-up. It doesn't look like it's going to be the case, though. These Reapers still continuing to be really annoying, but nothing lost yet on the board for Snute. He is playing this opening and defending supremely so far. Metabolic boost will complete in 10 seconds as well, so these Lings will have the speed they need to kill off the Reapers too. Has to be very careful about that. And this high ground means that he will be able to spot units that are moving by. The Reapers are coming back with some Hellions. No starport on the map yet, by the way, for Bunny. Of course, he's gone for the very, very early 3rd command center. So he's focusing on getting his economy up. And the 3rd base is now being harassed by these Reapers and Hellions. Watch out, though, because there are Speedlings and 3 Queens here. So as annoying as killing off this creep spread is, plenty of energy on the Queens and plenty of opportunity to get those creep tumors down and get that creep spread to the bottom of the ramp. Not a position you want to be choked up, so oh, and here we go, the Lings. Oh, one of the Queens actually going down there. Whoopsie daisy from Snute. But that's okay at the moment. This harassment, though, is slowly becoming menacing. And we do need to be careful in order to keep that hatchery alive. Queen's now moving forward. 10 more lings in production. One of those queens, again, getting so low. It's really difficult. And the annoying thing is it's the one with the transfuse that's really low as well. So he has to be careful. More lings here to try and compensate for that. They could be coming out. Oh, and that queen goes down just as the other one gets enough energy for a transfuse. So that's 2 queens so far. This third one is going to be able to pop a transfuse, rather an inject, onto that third hatchery. But a couple of small losses so far here in game number 4 for Snute. Killing off a few creep tumors, just doing a very good job with the harass. 1-1 coming down now for him as well. And we have some lings trying their best to surround, doing an okay job killing off a Reaper, but not too much else has actually been taken apart just yet. We just need more queens, to be honest, and 3 of them at a time are popping out now for Snute. So I think once he has these, he's more or less safe. If we take a look at the resources lost, Snute has lost just a little bit more, and we now have, after that third CC, the starport coming down now, with the third CC moving over to this. I want to know what starport unit comes out of this, guys, because I'm pretty sure this is what beats the hybrid in Legacy of the Void, right here. It's like, oh my god, the Xel'Naga are killing everything. Well, that's fine. I'm going to build whatever unit comes out of this, and I'm winning everything. Guaranteed. That's like the cheat code in Legacy of the Void, guys. 100% positive. And that's also the reason why I like Nimbus. Okay, a nice little run by here at the third base. Just going to be harassing workers while the rest of them try to get into the natural expansion, successfully killing off the single Marine that was defending here. And a bunch of SCVs on hold position. 1 or 2 of them going down at the third base. Nice little run by. And once again, we have the Baneling Nest coming down for Snute, so he's not going with games 1 and 2. He's playing in the style of games 3 and 4 here. His creep spread isn't quite as advanced as it was in those games, but we see Snute going for the same kind of thing. Buddy being a little bit more eco-centric here, going for that early third command center. So we're going to see a situation where he might be able to push out very little bit later, but he's going to have more units because he will be able to have those triple mules kick in at an earlier stage of the game. The layer's now almost complete for Snute. So I wouldn't be surprised to see the Spire go down straight away after his success in the previous game. A couple more creep tumors actually getting cancelled here. Very nice sustained harassment. A lot of people would have just gone, wait, hang on a second, I've got 8 Hellions here. I should be able to go and kill off a lot more workers than I have done so far this game. But Bunny being extremely patient. No doubt as well. Not just waiting for these Marines, but waiting for the armory to come in so that these can become Hellbats. And now, this is the time when he can push. 8 Hellions? Okay, that's pretty good amount of harass. 8 Hellbats, okay. That's a reasonably serious threat here. A lot of Banelings coming in, and I'm not sure about this whole single file without speed off of creep thing. I don't think it can work at all. That 4th base does have to get cancelled, but you know what? At this time, he's just about okay. He needs to get the queens back, though, and here come the Banelings. Oh, wow, those are actually some fantastic connects, but he's got the double drop now moving into the main base. A Spore Crawler there to try and stop him, and he's unloading the Marines on the edge, but Snute has Zerglings ready for it. So that big important move there for Snute, because if he was able to unload 10, 12 Marines there before the first Ling got there, I feel like the DPS would have been able to sustain killing those Lings off. Really nice preparation there from Snute, and it made all the difference. 1 Queen getting sniped off there. We have got Banelings on the way, and they're going to ensure that that doesn't happen. Centrifugal Hook's also 3 seconds from completion, so this 4th base will finally be able to go down, unless, of course, Jimmy the drone here says, no, I don't want to become a hatchery. I'm not interested. I'm going to go all the way... Whoa! All the way up here? I mean, that's an interesting location to take your 4th, but it's slightly dangerous. He's going for it. It hasn't been cancelled so far, and those are a lot of Banelings with speed here. Is he going to be able to get any decent connects on these Marines? He's moving out. Decent stim. Good splitting coming out of here from Bunny, but there's still so many Banelings left over, and he's going for it. He's actually going for it. He's going to try and plant his 4th base in Bunny's face here. 2-2 is about to complete. Melee and ground carapace upgrades are now done. And Snute is parking himself in Bunny's face. Okay, finally, he does get the cancel there. He forces the cancel. He's like, look, this is just a little bit ridiculous. You can't possibly be serious about this. But Snute is deadly serious. Look at this creep spread. Look at the queens here. He's being as aggressive as he possibly can. Is he going to remake that hatchery at some point soon? I presume he's going to try. No, he's actually going to move back. Alright, Jimmy the drone says no. He's like, actually, I've thought about it. I've seen those Marines. And this looks like a much safer place to launch my real estate. I'm very much happy with this. Let me just go ahead and ding. Alright, so we've got the horse back on this particular base here. I did think that was awfully bold of him. Ooh, excellent Widowmine hits. Need to be a little bit careful. We need to have those Overseers in support, and these Lings and Banelings are doing a good job. Notice, though, there are no Mutalisks. We don't have the Spire this game. We're just going Ling, Baneling, and then Infestation Pit. So we're cutting a little bit of a corner here. Oh, very nice spot on that drop as well. Having the Ling there and ready. Just really, really good star sense. We're cutting the Spire out of this game, guys. Snute had a really, really good time with Ling, Baneling, and Mutalisk in game number 3. And now in game 4, he's saying, well, I might be able to do this without the Mutalisk. If I just go absolutely mass Zerglings and Banelings, maybe I can transition into Swarmhouse this way. He's going to give it a go. My main concern with this is Medivacs. As a Terran player, you always want to make sure these Medivacs are kept alive, and the Mutalisks were always the anchor that prevented the Terran from getting so many Medivacs. Your bio just became insanely strong. Without the Mutalisk, he's going to have to get a lot of Swarm Hosts out so that he can steamroller the ground before enough Medivacs come out that the bio gets stupidly strong. And that's the risk Snute is taking with this game. He's got a lot of Banelings, he's got speed, he's on creep, so it's entirely possible that this ends up working. But it is a risk that he has to take at this point. 13 Swarm Hosts are incoming, and this 4th base, it's looking a little bit #dicey, guys, whether or not he's going to be able to take this. The Lings are soaking up some shots, but here comes the rest of the army, and I don't think this base is going to go down. Jimmy the drone finally dies, ladies and gents. We have more command centers being made over here by the looks of things, so we're going up to a 5th base for the Terran, and my concern now is we're on a 3-base Zerg. And part of that reason is that the Mutalisks haven't been there to harass, they haven't been there to keep Bunny inside his base, and they haven't been there to try and pick off Medivacs when Bunny overextends. Right now, if Bunny overextends, he can pick up in a Medivac and leave. So I feel like it's a little bit of a Terran get-out-of-jail-free card, personally. And well, he sees an awful lot of Swarm Hosts, though, and the number of Locusts here is a lot. So Snute has successfully transitioned into Swarm House. Let's see what he can do from this point onwards. He needs to start being aggressive with them, needs to start taking out bases, and oh man, he sees the Swarm House and he goes, you're not very mobile with these Swarm Hosts, are you, my friend? And I'm not liking the look of this. 5 Medivacs thinking about going into the main. We have a counterattack, though. These massive number of Lings just trying to kill off as much as they can in the natural expansion of Bunny. But these are 5 Medivacs worth of Marines. And look at this in the natural. So much Terran. The Locusts are coming in. I think with the Banelings he'll have to move out. How much damage has been done? Has Snute actually just comfortably defended this? 12 workers killed versus 18 this game. And it looks like he got the Swarm Hosts back in time. So Snute now, with the Swarm Hosts, 23 of them on the field, he's starting to regain his confidence. He's starting to move out on the map. It's 51 to 58 workers in favor of our Terran player right now. The 4th base, Jimmy, no! Referring, of course, to the drone trying to build the 4th. Bunny is just going to be constantly maneuvering between the natural expansion and the 4th base to prevent bases from being taken. Why does he prevent bases from being taken, Joro, you ask? Well, it's because he's busy doing this. Base, 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 base. Well, base, but you knew about that one already. There are a lot of bases that are coming up right now, and Snute is struggling to take his 4th. Snute has a very scary army, but you know what's even scarier than this army? It's this, ladies and gentlemen. We have 3 cattle bruisers incoming right now, and Bunny, at the moment, he's saying, well, ooh, God! Infestor Fungal plus Baneling equals not good combination, but he's just all over Snute right now. Luckily, that's not a drop. I looked at that, saw the blue on the minimap and thought, oh my god, but should be fine. Yamato cannons and battle cruisers are out. And you know why Bunny can afford this? He hasn't been harassed. Nothing's attacking his air army at the moment, and I'm really worried that this is going to end up losing the game for Snute. Quick, must kill all the mules before planetary fortune. Got one. Alright, let's go for the second one. It's going to be reasonably close. Will he be able to get a second? He does. So this one Zergling has basically cost 500 minerals by himself, and now... Woof, back into the middle of that zone there. The Swarmers are now in the middle of the map, and he's going up to see what's going on. He's going to very shortly realize that there's just a ridiculous number of orbital commands there, and I feel like Bunny's just comfortably ahead economically right now. A lot of Banelings coming out. Good. Well, Fungal's only hitting a couple of Marines, though. The pre-splitting just really, really good, and by the time he hits a bunch of those Marines, the Banelings are all gone as well. So this base, once again, having to get cancelled. Snute still on the 3 bases. The Swarmhost are alive, and the Locusts are doing a good amount of damage, but they're not able to be in enough places at once. Where are the battle cruisers? Where are the battle cruisers? 4 of them, and oh man, he's just gonna surprise Snute with this. He's not even using them to do anything at the moment. Let's take a look at Snute's vision. He knows nothing about these battle cruisers, and we have 6 of them out on the field. Can you imagine when you have Zerglings, Banelings, and Swarmhouse, and you think, finally, I'm going to be able to make a push that wins me this game? Unfortunately, you then have nothing that shoots up, and that's going to be a massive issue when 3 battle cruisers at once are on the field right now. Look at this income. I mean, Bunny at the moment is mining nearly twice as much as Snute. We have constantly medevacs moving out, trying to drop him here, there, and everywhere, because there just hasn't been a presence to stop him from dropping. Snute, on the ground, has defended against this so well. You guys saw he had his lings prepared there. Really, really job well done. He hasn't lost his swarm host. He's maneuvered them extremely well, but Bunny's just been a little bit too fast, just one step ahead. And I mean, Bunny, guys, is now on 5 bases. He's taking his 6th and has 7th and 8th and 9th orbital command as Snute is completing up his 4th. Let me just put that into perspective there. Snute has defended this on the ground brilliantly. He's actually done brilliantly this game. But I think the crucial decision was not to use the Mutalisks, and I feel like that's given Bunny the freedom that he's needed in this game. And here come the battle cruisers. What on earth can you do? Do I see Neural Parasite? I don't see Neural Parasite. Infested Terran and Fungal Growth. You know what? If this ends up working, this is going to be brilliant. The battle cruisers slowly going down in hit points, and as it turns out, Infested Terrans are good, but apparently they're not as good as 9 battle cruisers on full pelt. One of them's gonna go down. Wow. Nope. 2 hit points, no problem. Yamato cannon ready. Okay, there we go. And now, I'll tell you what, if the Swarmers weren't in danger before, they sure as hell are now. GG. Enough is enough. Snute concedes, and Liquid Bunny wins the NorCraft Cup 3-1 and nets himself 1,750 euros. Congratulations, Bunny, the king in the north.